Behind every hero is a villain that pushes him to the edge. It's the dance of destiny, the rhythm of fate, and the will of God. Who created Vikings and Saxons, Hannibal and Scipio Africanus, just so they could drive each other to the brink of madness? One could say the same about Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera, I guess. The two modern-day gladiators put their bodies on the line for the first time at UFC 252, where the undisputed ruler of Ecuadorian MMA drew first blood by stopping Sugar Sean. 4 years later, the two have come a long way, with O'Malley becoming the UFC bantamweight champion and Vera one of the division's top contenders. Fate has brought them together once again. Will there be revenge or repeat? Let's take a deeper dive into the UFC 299 bantamweight title fight between the two warriors and find out. Sean O'Malley's rise to the top of the bantamweight food chain has been inspirational, but it didn't happen out of luck. Instead, he dotted the I's and crossed the T's. It was all very well planned. As a young fighter hoping to make his mark at the grandest stages of them all, O'Malley could have easily been lured into taking a big fight early on in his career, lose a few and disappear into the abyss. But he proved to be smarter than the rest. He cherry-picked opponents and beat them comprehensively. O'Malley's decision-making was on point most of the time, and it helped him rise to the top of the division with a healthy mind and body. The only time he cherry-picked a poison ivy was when he signed to fight Marlon Vera.
So fast, I think this is my third fight in 6 months, so yeah, we're on pace for 4, but definitely not looking past Cheeto, and I know what can happen in a fight.
O'Malley was in control, but those damaged leg kicks did enough damage to cripple him. And late in the first round, the American crashed to the mat because he failed to put weight on his leg due to damage. Vera finished the job with thunderous elbows on the mat and scored the most important win of his career. Although O'Malley stayed mentally undefeated, fast forward 4 years, O'Malley is now the king of the division who hasn't lost since the ill-fated night of UFC 252. Vera has lost a few times, but he has also scored thunderous knockout victories against GOATs and OGs like Dominic Cruz and Frankie Edgar. On more than one occasion, Vera has snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, and that's what makes him an extremely dangerous challenge for O'Malley. The Ecuadorian has been through hell and back in his life. As a young father to a special child who suffered from facial paralysis, Vera has to fight from one promotion to another, hoping to make enough money for his daughter's surgery, just so he could see her smile. In 2014, he got his big break in the shape of the UFC fighter, but despite qualifying for the semi-final, a gruesome skin allergy forced him out of the tournament. Luckily, Dana White was kind enough to sign him after hearing his inspirational story, and since then, he has made each of his battles inside the octagon count. That being said, the O'Malley win was the turning point of his career. That was the fight where he showed no matter how many punches and kicks you throw his way, it isn't over until it is. Vera is a slow starter. He isn't an aggressive striker like O'Malley, who throws punches and bunches and has a variety of tools under his belt. He is very unorthodox, but sinister. He spends a considerable amount of time making reads on his opponents, and then, out of nowhere, he rises from the ashes like a phoenix who rips his opponents apart with a single blow. Cheeto Vera's punching power is insane. He is easily one of the hardest hitting punches in the UFC bantamweight division, who KO'd legends as well as disfigured Rob Font's face badly when the two battled. He can take a shot, but when he returns the favor, it's brutal. The only reason why he has lost to the likes of Corey Sandhagen, Jose Aldo, and Song Yadong is that his output isn't as high as some of the other guys in the division. Yes, he is a pressure fighter, but he doesn't trade enough shots. Instead, he waits for the right moment to pounce on his opponent, just like a tiger hiding in the bushes and waiting for his prey. Maybe that is a tough game plan to execute against a guy as special as Sean O'Malley. Because if he presses without throwing enough shots, O'Malley will outstrike him and win rounds. The Montana native's fighting style is as colorful as his hair. He is hands down the most gifted striker in the UFC bantamweight division who can do it all. He can throw conventional as well as unconventional shots. He has a variety of kicks in his arsenal. He lands his strikes with brutal precision. His feints are a nightmare to deal with, and he is deceptively powerful. O'Malley predominantly operates as a rangy fighter, often preferring to engage from a distance and utilize his reach advantage. Following an initial strike that caused damage to his opponents, he tends to press forward into close quarters. While he's not hesitant to unleash prolonged combinations, O'Malley's effectiveness peaks when he initiates short, precise strikes or employs kicks, swiftly maneuvering to counter on his own terms before retreating to safety. At the outer limits of his striking range, O'Malley possesses a diverse arsenal of effective weapons. He is proficient in delivering powerful roundhouse kicks to various opponents, yet it's his front snap kick that stands out as a signature move. This particular technique not only accentuates his length, but also presents a tough challenge for opponents, especially with its swift thrust to the midsection. Beyond conflicting damage, O'Malley strategically sets himself up to capitalize on openings created by the snap kick. If Vera wants to win the fight, he will have to disrupt O'Malley's rhythm, and that's where the Ecuadorian's kicking game will come into play. Vera's mastery of distance management and effective bodywork is often initiated through his kicks. Despite being primarily a southpaw fighter, Vera demonstrates proficiency with both legs. While the classic southpaw left kick to the open side serves as a potent weapon in his arsenal, Vera also excels in delivering powerful kicks with good technique. As far as output is concerned, Sean O'Malley has the skills to pick Vera apart for 5 rounds unless Vera earns another stoppage. O'Malley is one of the busiest strikers in the UFC, who lands close to 8 significant strikes per minute on average, almost twice as many as his opponent, who lands a little over 4. Defensively, O'Malley is far better as he absorbs less than 4 significant strikes per minute on average, whereas Vera absorbs more than 5 and has a negative striking differential. Judging by that, the UFC 299 main event will be a battle where O'Malley will land punches in bunches, whereas Vera will be looking for that killer blow, be it a low kick or a punch that sends the champion to the shadow realm. Despite the disparity of skills between the two, it'll be a 50-50 contest because anything can happen. The only question is whether we'll see wrestling. Both fighters have more than decent grappling credentials. O'Malley isn't a Khabib, but he can take people down and submit them, although he doesn't need to. Vera is very much the same, although he is more effective on the mat. So there's a high chance that the Ecuadorian may go for a takedown if he struggles to deal with O'Malley on the feet. But then again, if Aljamain Sterling couldn't take O'Malley down, what makes anyone think Vera can? Unless O'Malley suffers another drop foot, Vera isn't taking him down. The blockbuster battle between Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera is a seriously intriguing fight which shouldn't be missed. It has a lot on the line. For O'Malley, it's about proving that he's the better fighter. For Vera, it's his chance to prove that his first win wasn't a fluke. But more so, it's his chance to become the bantamweight champion of the world against all odds. Who will come out on top when the lights shine the brightest? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.